Hello, good evening. Health officials are dealing with a major outbreak of mumps in North Yorkshire. So far, 39 cases have been identified, all but 4 in the city of York alone. So far, it's mainly been students at colleges who've been affected. Our health correspondent, Penny Bustin, reports.
At York St John College this afternoon, they were passing on what they know about mumps.
Just don't come too close to anyone, don't share towels.
There are 15 suspected cases here. Leaflets detail the symptoms and treatment. Across town at the university, the Students' Union hopes that by spreading the daily news sheet across campus, they'll help to halt the spread of the disease amongst the 10,000 students. So far, 10 suspected cases.
Well, I know one of my friends has got it, and she's in quite a bit of pain, but apparently it only lasts for a couple of days. So.
I'd be gutted if I got it, because I would just go mad if I couldn't do my exams.
All it would take is one person in halls to get it, and it would transfer quite easily, especially if they haven't had the MMR.
Young people born between 1982 and 1989 who either never had the MMR vaccine or just one of the 2 jabs involved because of the controversy are most at risk. Health officials are urging them to get vaccinated now.
There are plenty of stocks of the MMR vaccine, and we have checked that they can be made available at short notice. And it's important to know that actually you can have the MMR vaccine at any age, and it will be safe and it will be protective against mumps.
So far, only single cases have been reported from health protection staff elsewhere across Yorkshire. While North Yorkshire seems to be bearing the brunt of the outbreak, the message is that this is just a reflection of increasing clusters across the country and not a cause for undue alarm.
The Countess of Wessex was in Leeds today to visit the offices of Childline. The charity's founder and chair, Esther Ranson, greeted the Countess. She was then shown around the charity's counselling room and met some of the helpline volunteers.
I've met a child who said to me, without Childline, I'd been dead now. I've had letters from mums who say, without Childline, my son would be dead. I mean, a child's life there's no value, there's no price you can put on that.
One of 2 prisoners on the run from Leeds Crown Court has been recaptured. The men were appearing at court in connection with robbery allegations when they fled after assaulting 2 custody officers. 20-year-old Lee Maynard, seen here on the left, was arrested in the Yeadon area of Leeds this afternoon. However, the search is continuing for Jonathan Brown, seen here on the right. Police are warning the public not to approach him. Judges at the High Court in London have reserved judgment at the end of the hearing into whether a quarry can be reopened near a historic site in Derbyshire. The Stancliffe Stone Company want to resume production at Endcliffe and Lees Cross Quarry near Matlock. But conservationists fear work will come too close to an ancient Bronze Age burial site known as the Nine Ladies Stone Circle. A decision is expected to be made by the judges within the next 2 weeks. Ellery Hanley is back in rugby league after being named as a consultant coach at Castleford Tigers. The former Great Britain captain and coach takes over from Graham Steadman, who was sacked last month. He'll work alongside Gary Mercer, who's also been given the head coach's role on a permanent basis.
I'm used to challenges. I've been challenged all through my life, from playing and from coaching as well. So, you know, this is a huge challenge. Make no mistake about it. You know, obviously we've got to get to winning ways and get a winning and positive attitude within the players as well.
Well, it's congratulations tonight to the North Yorkshire mountaineer Alan Hinks, who's now 1 step closer to his world record-breaking attempt to scale all 14 of the world's highest mountains. He reached the Himalayan summit of Dhaulagiri, the world's 7th highest peak, at noon on May the 17th. He now has only 1 more summit to climb in his quest to be the first Briton to climb all the world's 8,000-metre mountains.
In a way, right, but they all have their idiosyncrasies, and this one, and I was aware a lot of people have been killed. I came across a couple of bodies as well, and that brings it home. Just before the summit, there's a guy just lying there on his back. 10 minutes before the summit. He's been lying there for a few years. So it's, you know, quite a tricky mountain, really, to say the least.
At long last, there's some good news for one of the region's football teams. Huddersfield Town are going to Cardiff after a thrilling playoff semi-final against Lincoln at the McAlpine Stadium. An excited Adam Pope watched the game for us.
A first promotion for 9 years is within the grasp of Huddersfield Town, having been denied with just 15 minutes of the normal season remaining. They now have to do it the hard way, and so it proved at the McAlpine in front of more than 19,000 fans, trailing 2-0 at half-time to a Lincoln City side who had turned the 2-1 first-leg deficit around on its head with goals from Butcher and Bailey. It took Danny Schofield's penalty just before the hour, and then club captain Rob Edwards' brilliant right-footed strike with 7 minutes remaining to send Town to Cardiff 4-3 on aggregate. Bread of heaven in the Welsh capital it may be, it was certainly manna from heaven at the McAlpine.
That's great news. We'll keep our fingers crossed for them. Now, finally, probably the cutest animals you could find in this part of the world. 2 meerkats have been born at Tropical World in Leeds, part of a close-knit community of the animals which originate from the Kalahari Desert in South Africa. Yesterday, they stood up for the first time, something which they do frequently to great effect most of their lives. Don't they look wonderful? Right, let's have a look at the weather for meerkats and the rest of us. Here's Paul.
A dry night to come in, actually. There's going to be variable amounts of cloud later on, but it will stay dry. Quite chilly as well. Lowest temperatures around about 4 or 5 degrees. So a dry start to Thursday morning, bright. There will be some sunshine around, but also a risk of variable amounts of cloud. And I think into the afternoon, we'll see a risk of showers. The clouds getting bigger and bigger. Certainly highest risk, I think, for eastern parts of Yorkshire. Some sunshine in between the showers, and some places will stay dry. That's the forecast.
Thank you very much indeed, Paul. That's just about all from Look North for now. Alex Hall's on your BBC local radio station with The Late Show until 1 a.m. And we're back with Look North bulletins throughout the day tomorrow, our main programme at 6:30. Now, though, here's Hugh with the headlines in London. Good night.